clear of the closing doors, please.
I can't put that on camera. Oh, deep. Mine was always bitches. That was my biggest distraction. If it ain't that, then it's probably money. Like you come from a impoverished household, you're gonna always want nice things. So the fastest way to make it is to do something illegal.
This was actually on the news. I was on the boardwalk and somebody got shot.
Seen 2 gang members get shot basically in front of McDonald's when I was on my way home from school.
Several passed away, several died.
Smoke crack, it really fucked your whole life up, your whole head, bro. Like he started bugging, bro.
I've seen
people ODing is a big thing. Like I have a lot of friends that I lost from drugs, and it's just a big crazy heroin epidemic right now.
People get fucked up on
Guys that set up other guys to get killed. I'm not gonna say no names.
I've been robbed a couple times.
The boys are more violent now compared to when I was coming up. All the violence now started from Chicago.
Yeah. Like people getting shot, man. But it's just the gangs, man. You know, it's too many gangs.
Everything is shooting nowadays. Back then, if you had an argument, you use your hands. You won, you won. If you lost, you lost. Nowadays, they just shoot you.
There's nothing wrong with drug dealers, but you know, gangbangers, you know, you might be going upstairs, you know, trying to go home, you know, you get jumped or something, you know. You didn't even do nothing.
When I saw this guy and his girlfriend get into a fight on the train station, and I saw him smack the shit out of her in front of her child.
Someone get jumped and field goal 8 times in his face and stabbed.
Or the time where I was at a high school party and there was a shootout at the high school party that I was at in Queens, and nobody knew who was the shooter, but like one guy got like shot in the leg.
The one girl slammed the other girl's head in the column. Like, I don't know, that shit was pretty crazy. That was very, what the fuck?
But this is in Flushing too. Like I used to see crack shit all over, values all over the floor, needles. Like them shits would be everywhere.
K2 shit in it, and you know they were dropping out like flies and you know looking disgusting and all that.
I said thank you. You know what? I said thank you. I see your cannon. I'm talking about your camera.
And Biggie was your friend.
Besides that,
They come play basketball with you. You don't know it's a fucking crack. I had crack. I had it in my family. You just don't know. You feel me? Even at some of my friends' parents was, you know what I'm saying, was crack. Like you just don't know. But nowadays it's not as prevalent.
You see 2 people having like what you think is a casual conversation, and next thing you know, they're like a 10-on-10 brawl, and he's like, what? You go, oh my god.
My first day here, like we was just talking about cutting class and going to the homie's house and smoking shit, and I was just like, whoa, what's that? Like, what's all of that?
Like things could pop off at any second here. Like I've been down here before, and get a hard foul, and all of a sudden the 2 teams that were just running full court, everybody's friends, all fighting. So
as long as you know where you're going, like you can't really let no one influence you to the point where you locked up with that.
One, you can't be soft. There's really nothing to do. It's not like, you know, in the city in Manhattan where you can come outside and walk uptown and find something to do, or walk to 125th and go out to eat. Out here, it's just like you in the projects. It's like you're gonna find trouble.
In this area, we used to have a lot of confrontation with some people from another neighborhood, but now that confrontation is finally resolved.
It's hard to stay on the right path because surrounded by so much negativity.
I knew he was gonna rob me because his buddy came up behind me. So I figured it out and I ran. I swung, but I fell and I swung and ran and I tripped. Right? When I tripped, the guys laughed the shit. They was laughing when I bust my ass. It was like they just stopped running after me.
This society is just based off of sex, drugs, and partying and alcohol. Well, personally, I'm not a fan of that, but everybody is just doing that just to be cool.
I'm in recovery, so I don't do that anymore, but that's what I used to do when I was like crazy out of my mind.
People smoke weed, people drink. I'm not saying you should not do it, but
I just think that there needs to be more services. There needs to be more help out there. You know, people feel like they're alone and they can't get help. I think that's a issue with the politicians too. You know, they don't do enough.
You should not change who you are. If you was a person who you don't drink, you don't smoke, and you just somehow got influenced, I suggest you to stop and just continue to just be yourself and just don't act like somebody you're not.
Pills very easy accessible. You know, now with the new laws, you know, with the DEA and stuff like that, it's been a little bit more strict. But it's still easy to get a pill, man. You could walk down to the corner, you could get a pill. You could walk down this block, you get a shot, a syringe. You know, it's crazy. And you know, people just, I don't know if they don't want the help or just no one wants to help them, but I think there's also a lack of support as well.
That's one of the craziest things I could say without crossing any boundaries or saying any names or revealing any extra information.